what would be the risk is you need a certain threshold. It's often called like a critical mass. Right? In industry, it's called a critical mass, after which the product grows by itself. And this is what we're observing right now. The reason why HEX is being successful, if we may have passed kind of a barrier after which it's a point of no return. Because everybody's currently in HEX and they stake for 5 years, we'll keep talking about HEX for the next 5 years. And so people don't understand that. But they will talk about at least 5 to 10 people, at least within 5 years, that will themselves stake for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So the snowball effect that goes into that is like now, I don't want to make promises about the future outcome of the product, but every people that invested into that, it might have been like the best thing you could have done in your life ever. That's how very early on when I read the smart contract early 2020, because I invested actually not in early days, but maybe at the best time you could invest in HEX. I understood like the concept. If we were just going outside of that critical mass about product adoption, these things would go global very rapidly. And that's what we're starting to experience. I think we're still at the stage where you look at the data we put in the app, 40,000 unique stakers, right? Think about 10x that number by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Not 40,000 unique stakers, but 400,000 unique address staked, and with the average weighted duration of staking lengths basically increasing. After that, right, this is game over, right? So I think we're in very, very good shape right now in terms of adoption. People are liking the product. If there's a bear market, across the current assets in crypto, and we can escape that, the spotlight will be on us, right? People will look back and say, hey, I overlook, I was listening to someone else that said it was a scam. I didn't actually investigate it. And people say, that's the power. That's the power. This is where you see the power of marketing. Richard mentioned it a lot of times. Like sometimes you can have the best product ever, but if it's not marketed the right way, it won't work. And what happened to Richard, right? He got a spear campaign against him. Very, very effective, because even now, 18 months after a very successful product, people are still like anxious about the future. It's like, how does that work? But we see, the tides are turning. Yes. And you have someone that he was live earlier today with Crypto Run Man.
Yeah.
And now you have a situation where someone that we never heard of, but I knew him since like 2016, but hasn't mentioned a word of Richard for the past year, is pretending to say, "Oh, Richard is a good friend of mine." That's why that's why we hear, right? People are now low-key shifting their position to say, "Oh, I was supporting the man the entire time." So I want people to be aware. I'm very critical about observing every word, how people are positioning themselves. It's a huge game of 4D chess. And some people are realizing that they made a mistake, and now they need to be vocal. And now Richard's going to be invited in many shows. Believe me, he's going to be invited in many, many, many shows.